Hello, and, well, just hello, I guess. And welcome to Reading, the beautiful county town of Berkshire. Home to the beautiful Royal Berkshire Hospital, the beautiful old Berkshire County Hall, which is now quite a posh hotel, and the most beautiful football team the world of Berkshire has ever seen. You would never guess that I went to school in Reading, would you? But the main reason I'm here is because the other day a thought popped into my head. York is in Yorkshire. Oxford is in Oxfordshire. So, where exactly is Berk? Let me explain what I mean. Here are the 48 ceremonial counties of England, and here are the ones that end in the word shire, which is roughly half of them. Now, have you ever wondered how these shires got their names? Well, let's face it, probably not, because for most of them, it's not a difficult question. I already mentioned Oxfordshire and Yorkshire, but you've also got Cambridgeshire, where you'll find the city of Cambridge, Derbyshire, where you'll find the city of Derby, Nottinghamshire, where you'll find the city of Nottingham, and you get the idea. Basically, you just take the name of whatever was the most important town in the area 1,000 and a bit years ago, add the word shire on the end, and you've got your county. Except, not here. Historically, the most important town in Berkshire was a fight between Reading and Abingdon, which isn't even in Berkshire anymore, but neither of those is called Berk. So where did they get the name from? Well, today we're going to try and find Berk, and we're starting in the small West Berkshire village of Frilsham for reasons that will be explained as we're going along. But first, you could be excused at this point for saying,
but hang on. What about ch and ham and lanker
And Shrop.
and wilt?
good question. Wait, who are you?
I'm Paul Whitewick and this is Rebecca Whitewick. We kind of make films about landscape, history, generally southern England and anything else that pops into our head, really.
Oh, what tremendous coincidence that you turned up.
Convenient.
Yeah, this is good luck. Now, Paul and Rebecca, apart from making videos about English history that you would probably enjoy if you're the kind of person who clicked on a video like this one, are absolutely right. There is no city in Cheshire called Che, no town in Hampshire called Hamp, and so on. But the truth is, even these counties take their names from their historic county towns. It's just some of them hide it better than others. For example, as the people of Yorkshire once famously said, let's take Lancashire. There is no city called Lanka, but I think we can all see where they've got those first 5 letters from, Lancaster. And the same goes for Cheshire, which takes its first 3 letters from the city of Chester. But what about Wilt and Hamp? So Paul, you were brought up in Hampshire, right?
Yep, Hampshire-Wiltshire borders.
Hampshire-Wiltshire border. Perfect. So, Hamp, where does that come from?
Well, we think it was as simple as Hampton, so sort of on the coast just below Southampton.
And that grew to become the current Southampton, or it's sort of like...
I would guess it was sort of Southampton grew out of the top of it, but it was probably the original port, very close to the top of the Isle of Wight in its original form.
Oh, cool. And then Wilt, where does that come from?
Wilton, almost certainly Wilton.
Mm-hmm. So there's a place called Wilton.
There is a little place called Wilton. A little town, perhaps, a little village next to Salisbury.
Ah, okay. Yes, Wilton is possibly the least famous town ever to give its name to a shire. But it is a town, and it was once quite an important place, as shown by its unusually large and unusually Italian-looking church. Anyway, that leaves us with 2 more shires. No, not you. Shrop and Berk. So before we get to Berk, where exactly is Shrop? Well, one thing we have to bear in mind here is that most English counties were given their names more than 1,000 years ago. And 1,000 years ago, spellings and pronunciations could be quite different to what they are now. Back then, Shropshire was called Shrobbersbyrigshire, and its county town was called Shrobbersbyrig, or something like that. So originally, it did actually fit the pattern of all the other shires. But when the Normans famously invaded in 1066, they couldn't pronounce either of those, so they called them Selopsberger and Selopsshire. And from there, the the spelling of the town and of the county went off in two quite different directions, leaving us with the modern county of Shropshire and its county town of Shrewsbury, or Shrewsbury. Because if you're finding it hard to believe that the way people pronounce Shrewsbury could change so much over 1,000 years, try going there. It changes every 5 minutes. Oh, and by the way, this also explains why some people still refer to both the county and the town as Salop. I'll just give French-speaking viewers a few moments to stop laughing. Anyway, even though some of the spellings might have changed a bit over the years, the point is, every single ceremonial shire in England shares its name with its historically most important town. Except this one.
So, Paul, Berkshire. What or where or who is Berk?
Well, we have no village, town or city of that name, and according to historic sources, we think it comes from Berk. Berk. The ancient woodland on a hill just to the west of Frilsham.
Just to the west of Frilsham, you say?
Yeah.
An ancient woodland?
Ancient woodland on
top of a hill. What does the sign say, Rebecca?
The sign says you're more than welcome, as long as you basically stick to the path.
All right. Well, we want to go into the woods, right?
So yeah, this is a historic woodland.
Not only that, Rebecca, this is Berk.
It is Berk.
Okay, before I say something stupid like, this is Berk, can this really be the actual Berwick wood that the county was named after? It certainly matches the historic source's description of a wood just to the west of Frilsham, and we think that wood was probably on a hill because we think that's what the name Berwick used to mean in Celtic. But we shouldn't forget that the county of Berkshire is more than 1,000 years old, like most of the shires, and therefore the wood it took its name from must have been here more than 1,000 years ago.
Rebecca, you were saying this is historic forest, right?
Historic forest for timber.
Historic forest for timber, yeah, I mean, makes sense, doesn't it, I guess? But we think probably not the actual ancient forest of Berk, which I'm not even sure was there when they called it Berk.
Yeah, it's certainly old, but I don't think it's old.
Yes, well put. How many species?
Let's face it, the actual ancient Berwick wood that Berkshire was named after is long gone. But we are roughly in the right place, just to the west of Frilsham, on top of a hill, and this is a wood. So we reckon it is the closest you're ever going to get. And therefore, I don't know about you, but I'm happy to go with it. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else, this is Berk. And if you'd like to visit Berk, you can find it, well, on top of a hill about half an hour's walk west from Frilsham. Unfortunately though, this isn't the easiest place to get to unless you have a car. So a big thank you to Paul and Rebecca for not only giving me their time and their local expertise, but also giving me a lift to Frilsham in the first place. If you'd like more videos uncovering mysteries of English history, their channel is great for that sort of thing. I'll put a link in the description. Meanwhile, if you've come here from their channel, then welcome to my one. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.